Not all battles in ancient Rome were fought in daylight. Some were silent, deadly, and hidden in shadowed alleys. Tonight, we follow Cassius, a master assassin, moving unseen through the city, where every step could mean life or death. Before we begin, if you enjoy these ancient Rome bedtime stories, please like this video and subscribe. It truly helps me create more stories like this. Make yourself comfortable and let's begin. Rome was a city of very different contrasts. Daylight revealed marble temples, bustling markets, senators in flowing togas, and guards parading in armor. But when the sun set, the city changed. Shadows stretched long along cobblestone alleys, and hidden corners whispered secrets of betrayal, danger, and unseen deals. Cassius knew every alley, every corner, every hidden passage. He moved like a ghost through Subura and the back streets of Rome, blending into shadows, unseen by merchants, beggars, and the occasional drunk soldier. He could disappear in an instant, leaving nothing but the faintest echo of his footsteps. Julia, the daughter of a physician, had known Cassius since childhood. Though she was skilled in the ways of medicine, tending to the sick and learning the arts of healing, her heart had always been tied to the man who moved like a shadow. She had grown cautious over the years, aware of the dangers that followed him. Yet she could not resist the pull of his presence. In ancient Rome, assassins often worked secretly for powerful senators, families, or influential citizens. Their work was never spoken of openly. They needed complete knowledge of the city, its streets, its hidden corners. Failure could mean exile, public execution, or death by sword. Every step, every breath, every movement was a calculation of life and death. Cassius had trained for years, moving silently through alleys and rooftops, learning every stone, every shadow. His skill was unmatched, yet even the best could falter when the heart intervened. Cassius returned to his usual hiding place. He could not stop thinking about Julia's voice. He knew he had to see her again. A few nights later, he found her beneath an old aqueduct, where moss covered the stones and the water ran cold. "You shouldn't be here," he said softly, his voice a whisper against the dripping water. "And you shouldn't be here," she replied, but neither turned away. The night stretched as they spoke in hushed tones. Julia shared her dreams of freedom, of leaving Rome for a life unbound by family expectations. Cassius spoke of a world without blood on his hands, where he could be more than a shadow. Their hands brushed. A fleeting touch, yet it carried more warmth and meaning than either had experienced in years. But the city never sleeps. Cassius had been noticed. The senator grew impatient. Rumors of hesitation reached ears that should never have heard them. A trap was being set. One night, Cassius walked through the forum, only to find himself surrounded. Soldiers and hired men appeared from darkened alleys, their torches casting long, threatening shadows. Among them was the senator himself, eyes cold as steel. "You were paid to finish a task," the man sneered. "Now you are the task." Cassius moved with the speed and precision of years of practice. His dagger whirled, cloak flapping, but the numbers pressed in. He staggered, wounded, and stumbled into a hidden alley where Julia was waiting, hood drawn low over her face. She grabbed his arm, pulling him into a shadowed corner. Her eyes shone with terror and something else, something that made his heart clench. He took her hand, holding it tightly. "If I fall tonight," he whispered, "remember me as more than a shadow." Julia's voice trembled, soft but steady. "You are more. You always were." They slipped through the alleyways, hearts pounding, breaths ragged, shadows swallowing them whole. Far from the chaos, at the edge of the Tiber, they paused. Cassius' cloak was torn, his hands bloody, but he was alive. Julia held a small pouch of evidence he had managed to grab, the proof of what had transpired. Their eyes met, unspoken words passing between them. Fear, relief, admiration, and the spark of something forbidden, something that had grown stronger through peril. They promised never to speak of the events again. The city would continue in its chaos, assassins and senators moving in shadows, yet something had changed between them. Their connection, forged in danger and silence, was now unbreakable. Cassius disappeared from the streets that night. Some said he escaped Rome entirely, a ghost of the city. Julia carried the memory of him, a shadowed figure with a heart capable of love. In ancient Rome, the sharpest blade could not cut the bond of trust, courage, and affection that could grow even in the shadows. Danger and love walked side by side in the dark alleys, and sometimes, the greatest victories were found not in bloodshed, but in survival and connection. This was the story of Cassius, the silent assassin of ancient Rome. He moved in shadows, struck in silence, and left the streets alive with whispers of fear.